I mean, it's kind of good to wish that you know what I mean. But again, it don't affect me. Do you understand? It doesn't. But nevertheless, indirectly, it affects me too. That's the being honest now, okay? Like it affects everybody directly and indirectly. But that direct, the shege. So if I don't want to be selfish, I will be like, no, you know what I mean? But if I want to be selfish, yeah, I can sit down here and I will be getting exclusive content, videos, so documents and things, so about Tinubu's government when they swear for him on Monday. Don't you get it? I mean, so don't you get it? You always come here every night to come and see what is new. Mayegun, what is new? So all we have to do is just to remove Bokwari and put Kolu there. It's actually a good fitting. Two sick, old, senile kleptomaniacs who somehow would love to be deified. I mean, to be deified, yes. To be made like a deity. Shango, like that. Unfortunately, somebody like me can't exist where they exist. Not anymore. Right? So yeah, the two fossils were in Old Rock today, and this is how it went. So if you pay attention, you see where if you like say one roll, it won't trip. Like you know what I mean? He's an old man. So don't be surprised if you see him on wheelchair or you see him with a walking stick in another 6 months or so. Sure you get. Even though they will keep trying to hide a lot of things. But Baba, you cannot hide the mess. So nobody will hide mess. It go still smell, especially if not rotten one. You get what I mean? You can package them, but you know if you hide them. Anyway, the two fossils inside the Old Rock today.
Hello, camera, please.
Photos. Thank you. Did you see that? Guys, I'm sorry. I was kind of responding to somebody on TikTok again. And I can tell you about it. Somebody was like, when I was talking about the two fossils, the lifeless breeding man, Bokwari, and the Ashiwaju Awan Atole, Ashiwaju Awan, Jidi Jaga Pupu, Jaga, Jaga Wiwi. So somebody now commented on TikTok like, you should, what do you call it? Sometimes you can be very petty. Or he said, he actually said something like, sometimes I talk low. I talk low. I was like, Tan la shieri. That's what I've been saying. If you are new on Mayegun's Diary Political, if you love to be politically correct, sometimes you find me so kind of annoying. Honestly, especially if you are new. You're going to find me kind of, I don't like that. I mean, you shouldn't have said, Baba, you better stop this guy saying. Because even when you kind of make that complaint, that's actually when I remember people like you, and I'm like, Tanla Shiri. Mayegun, I like you more than this. You don't need to be petty. You don't need to be cursive. You don't need to abuse anybody. Tan lori book, tan niwe, tan la shiri, tan bere advice lori bu arayin. Do you not know that sometimes intentionally, it's actually to get you more angry there? And you know why you get angry? I'll tell you. If you publicly admit that Nigeria is bad, everybody say that. Yeah, the Nigeria is bad. Everybody is bad. No, all of them are the same. Those are the closet ombud slaves, sophisticated morons. Sure you get. So they will tell you that I mean, I'm not supporting APC. I don't even like all these politicians. But I'm a Yoruba woman. And as a Yoruba, our tradition say we should respect elders. Olori Buni one. When you hear people talking like that, they be Olori Buruku people. Here you get. Then be closet, what do you call it? Closet Lagos Abobakus. Do you understand that I've dealt with them many times? Do you understand? So they are closer distant. So when they try that, they get offended. Imagine somebody getting offended when you are talking about Bokwari and how Bokwari destroyed Nigeria. But they don't like the APC. They don't even like Bokwari, but they just don't like you, the way you talk about him. I mean, he's an old man. He's an elderly man. I mean, he's also a president. Let us give some respect. Tani respect you with the anti. Adenso. She repeat the same. She Tani respect if I'm olori butan sorry. Political correctness, that's what we call it. Political correctness. Why should you be offended? Why should you be offended if somebody is talking about criminal politicians? Ask yourself. You don't like them, or you said, I don't like APC. I don't like PDP. In fact, even though, I am obedient, some lunatics will come and say, even I am obedient. But I just don't like the way you said, let us respect elders. Respect elders, he kill you, dear. Respect elders, shaking your I say them intentionally. Yeah, I do. I get petty. You know what I mean? I deviate a lot. Because sometimes the only way this can hit you is when you begin to react to something that ordinarily shouldn't bother you. You get that? It shouldn't bother you. You said something about Buhari. Laugh. What is wrong with you? Laugh. Why are you so worked up? Why are you so... Now you are typing. Look at you. You are typing now. You want to respond to Mayegun. Because of what? Because of the criminals that turned Nigeria to the poverty capital of the world. The most terrorized people in the entire Africa. Turned your children to almajiris instead of being in schools. Turned your graduates into what? 419ers. Oloshos and what do you call it? So you're angry because I'm talking about them. Nikure. Look at me very well. So if you are new, I understand. My ego is just, I don't want it to be Abulori Brukunisa. Shenshireni. Shirisa. It's Yawiri, man. You get, I can get that petty. You know? Because you shouldn't be offended. By all means, you shouldn't. Ordinarily, you shouldn't. But when you begin to talk about religion, they begin to talk about tribe. You can't make her look like, say, the people I am talking about, they are not those who also have religion, this and that, manipulated them, and then they dip their people in poverty, dip them in terrorism. But no, you want to be politically correct. Oh, Nikure. When they say first, they said that they said whatever Agbalagba, elderly see when they sit down, there is no young man that can see it, even if you climb Kilimanjaro. Ironio, Nalayo, Olori Bruku, Nados, Olori Bruku Agbalagba. They're the fraud. There is no Agbalagba. Listen, let's assume that we are the Omokekeres. We know they see the future. Even if we climb the Kilimanjaro, we can't see the future. Tell me, among those Olori Bruku Agbalagbas that are telling you that they saw today, and they did nothing about it. They saw that today, in 2023, when all of us will be alive, they came before us. They saw the future. Some of them are almost dead now. Yet, the same greed, selfishness, self-centeredness, short-sightedness that brought Nigeria to this stage, they are still like so arrogant, so entitled. I am an elderly person. I am talking to you. What an elderly see sitting down. A young person cannot see it when he stand up. When you see those amokumekos, those unboot slaves, sophisticated morons that you have when you see them, you can be entitled in front of them. You see this generation, right? It's going to get worse. So be grateful to some of us. You see people like me, we are in between the older generation and this generation. You see those ones that have come after us, you go explain to them. You will tell them how much respect you want from them. That entitlement to shit and bakery. Because I can't imagine how many of you who saw this future. 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, that in the 50 years time, Nigerians will become people that will be stigmatized all over the world because they are Nigerians now. Nigerians are criminals. Their leaders is a corrupt country. Nigeria is a poor country. Now you are here. You want to teach us. You want to teach us vision. You want to teach us respect. You want to teach us. You want to play political correctness and drop that in the midst and tell the whole world they don't get respect. All these young people who have no respect. You won't tell me say I don't get respect. I did petty. You are welcome to the party. Anyway, so after the tour of the fossils, the two Agbawiris, your future is in their hands. So my own future is not in their hands. So let's be very clear. How sure you get my future is not in their hands, and it will never be in the hands of anybody in Nigeria. I mean, thank God for that, Abi. Now, your future should be in your own hand, but it's in their hands. They will use that to play kalu. Whatever is the end of it. Even me, when no climb Kilimanjaro, sitting down here every night, I can tell you that future, free of charge. Don't pay anything, free of charge. So Kolu said he won't disappoint anybody. As usual, all talk, no action. But I'll still let you listen. After the tour, here is what Kolu said. Presidiot, select Kolu.
So carry the body to face the challenge and keep me in good health to be able to fulfill the dream and the aspiration of millions of our people. And there's a covenant that you have to really pursue. Other than that, why are you in politics?
Sorry, like person not even hear waiting they talk. Anyway, I look forward to more comic relief from Kolu. I sympathize with all of you. Those of you who believe that maybe the judiciary could do anything. I sympathize with you. But I hope you remember what I told you. Manage your expectations. Somebody told me the same thing when I said, oh no, I don't know. But Showore, it's just that Showore. I wish Showore is, man. I'm talking about when Showore was, when Obedient were kind of complaining of Showore attacking Obi and they attacking, and all of you attacking yourselves. And I was like, oh, to whose advantage is all that? To the advantage of those who are taking advantage of all of us. But anyway, somebody told me, are you not the one who told us to manage our expectation from Nigeria corrupt system? So Mayegun Youssef manage your expectation from Showore. I'm on that thing. Since that the way I see that comment, I'm like, okay. It's okay. You catch me. Fine. You catch me. I will also kind of manage my own expectation too. I always do anyway. But I kind of hold some people some level as well, and it's not changing. But I will manage my expectation. Okay. Now, people said they are going to protest too. But there is a lawyer, I believe he is, who said, listen to this. So they have said that nobody. Currently, no movement around Eagle Square on Monday. From Sunday evening to Monday evening. If you don't get any invitation to be around Eagle Square, I don't go there. If you use you, do practical shooting. They don't even go declare your body. They don't go declare your identity. Now family go say, they don't kill Lekpa. They don't kill Ema. They don't kill this. They don't, you know what I mean? They say, wow, where the evidence? They say their body, they don't carry their body go. No go there. Are you with me? You know what I mean? The criminals, the organized criminals that are coming, they have declared no movement around the Good Square. I just I want you. I don't know you. I know say you know me, Abi, but I love you. Even if you be APC, Egbe member, no go there. No go wear APC shirt. Say APC. On my fear in bonnie on my spider no. I know what I'm saying, As it is right now, everybody is a suspect too. Don't go there and say because we are the Ashiwaju, we are the Kinikoki on my pioneer. And if they kill you, I go share your story here From Lagos, night bus to Abuja. You come the Waka enter. You miss road enter Eagle Square. They shout our local from our you know. I mean this. Okay. Now, but somebody said that would be unconstitutional for them to tell you not to pass the venue of inauguration of where they are going to be swearing for the new president, Abi. How could Nigeria not pass the place where they are swearing for their new president? This is unbelievable. Like, security threat. Nigerians are security threat to the president who is coming to be there on inauguration day. Well, there is always going to be a first time. This is one of them. No go there. I love you. But this person say it's unconstitutional. I am going to advise you not to listen to him. At the same time, for the record, they say if you go, it's constitutional. But don't go there.
It's Professor Udenta founding National Secretary Alliance for Democracy and distinguished fellow of Abuja School of Social and Political Thought.
Yes, sir. You said you have spoken so much insight, but we want to get your insight. How did you think the press or the media performed during the last general election? How can you describe the media performance?
There is a more urgent matter before us today. The question of how the media performed, analysis of that, taking stock of the media environment and media space and the context under which they performed. We wait another day. In 2 or 3 days' time or 4 days' time, there will be swearing in process. The IGP of police is already speaking. The DSS is speaking. The military are speaking. And my sense of it is that they're shutting down democratic conversation. We should not allow that. Why you're going to swear people in, you should well allow those who want to protest peacefully, legitimately, and constitutionally. I did say inside in a segment on the dialogue, if you have your security perimeter, within which you don't expect anybody except invited guests and those with clearance, outside the perimeter, thousands, if possible millions of Nigerians are permitted to gather with their placards, waving it and protesting. Now what is going inside there is not to their liking. That is part of democracy. You can't shut it down. That is what is important now, not the performance of the media during the last election. The media is a fundamental guardrail for protecting democratic infrastructure, democratic governance. The moment you tear it down, democracy vanishes. Authoritarianism becomes the order of the day. Illiberal practices will take over. The behavior of NBC, the behavior of even the present-elect media team is abhorrent at this time and age. That's why I want to repeat, if that is the only thing you have to take away from here, as people will be sworn in on 29th May, millions of Nigerians gathered across the country have a right to protest wherever they are. So long as you don't have arms, you don't have any weapon, and you're doing it peacefully, as the law provides. And the media should cover this robustly. With intensity, the way you cover the swearing in, that's the way you're going to cover the protest of the people. Or the endorsement of the people. Whoever wants to protest or counter-protest, it is permitted in law. It is important. So when you hear those who manage the security state speak with so much vehemence, as if people are going to topple the democratic system, that's not going to happen. No. The right to protest is part of the right which is provided for in law. And so long as you do it in a peaceful, legitimate, constitutional manner, that right should never be abridged.
So the excuse the NSA gave us that there will be foreign visitors coming from other countries that you don't paint.
Very important. In fact, the more the foreign visitors, the more the protest. Those visitors in their own country, there are protests. If you're coming from the US, there are protests in Paris. There are protests for the past 3-4 months going on. A lot more protests, even more violent protests than what they have in Nigeria here. If you don't protest, it's the peace of the graveyard. Those foreigners will be embarrassed if you don't even protest. You should therefore protest peacefully, legitimately, constitutionally.
Thank you so much.
You get that? If you like, constitutionally, democratically, what is legal under Bukwari? Tell me something that is actually legal. No right thing is legal anymore under Bukwari. Every abnormality is normal now. They just need to explain it out. Latu Aruno, I think I remember that it was you. You even used the super chat to say it that day. I think that's why I remember very much. When you told me to manage my own expectation of Showore. I think it was my expression, the expression on my face that day, that actually got you there. Like when I was like, I don't even know what to say. Oh, Sheung, Showore, and all that. And I was like, but I won't say anything. And I think that was when you said that. So thank you. I appreciate that. So they organized something they called the retreat for the Labour Party elected lawmakers or members. And this guy, you know, if you know Shehu Sani from Kaduna, it was a kind of a guest speaker there. But what it said there is what I want you to listen to. You know me, I like messages than the messengers. But a lot of you kind of just don't, when you don't like a messenger, you don't like the message. Whatever. But just listen to what you have to say. Because I have something to say too. Before we then go on and call it a night.
And one of the problems we have been having today is that those who are supposed to speak are either afraid of speaking or they are not simply speaking. Why your party has bulldozed itself to the front border is the simple fact that you have taken over the position by virtue of doing what those who are supposed to do refuse to do it. When they talk of the main opposition, there will be a party that will be mentioned before your own. But when they talk of the visible opposition, certainly you will be the one that will be the reference. Online and offline, your members have proven to be the voice of the people and the voice of democracy. And it's a fact which I have in a number of occasions raised, that the ruling party are more concerned about what you say and what you do. And they are more irritated about what you say and what you do. And they are more icked about what you say and what you do than any other party in this country. Because your members speak with their heart, with the vehemence, and with the anger that an opposition is supposed to. And also with a clear identity that this is where you stand. If there was, the Labour Party came because other parties that are supposed to play the role of opposition refused to do that, or failed to do that. For those of you who are elected into office, especially those from the National Assembly who are going to the National Assembly, there will be a lot for you to fight for. Because you will find yourself in a situation where you have to work with people who are opposite of the manifestos of your party. And you also have to stand for the reasons to which you are elected. This is not going to be easy. Because you didn't come to office because you had a godfather. And you didn't come to office because somebody paid for you. You come to office because of a hurricane of an anger by an angry Nigerians who are still angry. And who want you to be there very angry, angrier than them. And as such, just know it very well that those who voted you and those who supported you and those whose anger and mass protests and uprising by votes brought you to office can be more angrier towards you than even those who are from the other party. Whatever you say, whatever you do, whatever position you stand for, is either you represent their anger there, or they will likely see you as a traitor. But you also have to work with.
So that's actually what I wanted you to hear. It's a long stretch, but you can watch the full video on Symphony's YouTube channel, okay? If you are very much interested in hearing it all, okay? Go on there and watch it. They have the full clip. So he kind of was pointing out what an opposition should be like. Opposition should be intimidating. Opposition should be feared, should be dreaded. APC feared obedience. There's no doubt. Abi Mokparo, na lie. Every person you see in APC is more or less like legally allowed to despise anybody that call himself obedient. They just don't like you because they see you as a big threat to the political order that they are used to. And that is what opposition should be like. Not Koto people looking for appointments, doing boy, looking nice, because they are you know what I mean? But at the same time, Sonny was telling those who benefited from the obedience movement that got elected that your own election is more powerful than the others, other political parties. If you move anyhow, the obedient will look at you and they will call you a betrayer. They will likely not even wait for you to make explanation. So anywhere, anything you say, wherever you go, any gathering they see you, you must remember that obedient are going to be watching you. And when they come for you, it's going to be like nobody them campaign for you. It's like they have that moral obligation to the obedient that gave them that. In other political parties, your obligation, your allegiance is to the party leadership. Most importantly, anybody that everybody is paying homage to. When they were paying homage to Bokwari, your allegiance is to Bokwari in APC. If it is not to him, then forget about anything. So this time around, it's going to be everything, your loyalty and everything will be to Kolu. Sure you get. You can't say anything as a PDP, AP, whatever. You can't say anything that will offend them. Sure you know. But that of the obedient, they have no particular, though they revert Peter Obi. And I think that's one of the things that gets so many people kind of jealous and angry. What is special about him? Why are they treating him like a special? What is and all of that? And I understand. But if you touch him, or if you benefited from the obedient movement, you can't enter the National Assembly, can't they dance Palongo and Longo, you probably will face more difficulty in your life, Neo, than whatever PDP APC are doing. And I wanted to point that out too. So it'd be like, say, person will go collect something from, you go collect something from a poor man. Baba, it's not going to leave you and just let it go. He may not have the power to take it away, but take it back from you immediately. But he can always do everything, right? To talk about you everywhere. I'm talking about getting you to, in fact, lose that same credibility. You lose it. And you have no godfather that is going to muzzle it for you. I like that. I kind of like that. And thank you so much, everyone, for tonight. I know I wanted to take calls, but you know the good news here? I'm sorry, Agbeke, I've started learning how to drive. So I am the instructor. So now I kind of will be sparing some few times whenever I'm free, right? To teach her how to drive. So she did it today and it was fantastic. So I am going to finish early tonight so I can go and do the second lesson. So between now and September, we expect her to start driving and get our own car. So yeah, that's the adventure for the next 3-4 months. So tonight will be the first night, but I promise you, okay, I promise you, the next time we are going to have an extensive conversation where everybody can actually chip in. But for tonight, from here, I'm going to say thank you for your time. I will see you some other time. Don't leave without liking that broadcast, okay? and good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Mayegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun Diary, Nayibi #1.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.